massive upsets, even a fight or two. It's a rivalry game that has defined both of these programs for generations. Death Valley, Clemson Memorial Stadium. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, Nate Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gamecocks offense will go on the attack first. These two teams don't exactly love each other, and man, did they trade blows back and forth the last time they met.
Yeah, Reese, don't love each other is an understatement. They severely dislike each other, and that's how it should be. And last game, man, it was back and forth, back and forth. You didn't know who was going to win. Who's mentally prepared for this ball game? Who can handle the emotions, Palmer, early to start this game?
Yeah, that's the great thing.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
You usually want to start a game when you come into a hostile environment with a great first drive. Get some momentum, quiet the crowd. Palmer, the exact opposite. On the road, and you make a big mistake early.
Yeah, I love coming into a hostile environment, trying to be aggressive from jump, but that interception was like giving every single fan here in this stadium a triple shot of espresso. They are going crazy right now after getting that interception.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Offense getting set for first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Out wide right, it's Haynes. Snags it, and there's running room. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll give it to Johnson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Touchdown, Tiger! Middle of the end zone, he's got it! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Turning it on! They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Sellers on the play action. Got his man. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. The run inside. It's Clark. Got enough for the first down. Finding some room. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. Sellers rushes on. Left side is Hunt. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man. Like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do a 1st and goal, and the defense, their head's spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well in this drive.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, South Carolina! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Number 24, set to kick this one away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patters. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw one first. Grabbed on the right side, that's Wesco. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Hits the hole, it's Haynes. Got the first down. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Right side, it's Moore. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Davidson. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers! And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. From the gun, it's McAllister. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Second and long here. Gets the back moving. Here's Sellers to throw. Turns up, it's Clark. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
On the run, it's Haynes. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might as well run him again. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Clemson will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Look out! Big fella moving. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. And this defense does it again. Back-to-back plays for nothing. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you're looking for from a defense. You're expecting runs, 2nd and goal. Got to find a way. You can't give an inch. This part of the field, this yard marker right here, you've got to be physical. Nice job by the defense winning that 2nd down.
After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to throw it into the end zone on 3rd down? Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Throwing, Sellers. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Out wide left, it's Brown. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. On the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college.
Intercepted, number 19. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Soft spot in the middle. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. The Gamecocks right after the huge play through the air back to the line. They send the tight end in motion. Sellers. Caught behind the line. It's Hunt.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
And that last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. 2nd and 10 here. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Out wide right, it's Tuggle. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
The textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Cuts it upfield. It's Haynes. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They give it to him again. Across the 45. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. You see this kicker not only needing to generate power, but lining it up from the left hash, a 59-yard try coming. And that might be the edge of his range, but he has just enough. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And they head to the locker room, 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We begin with a look at Syracuse, taking on the number 7 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Orange, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. That victory closes the book on a 4-8 regular season, disappointing by any team standards. Guys, the Palm Tree Trophy on the line, and already Clemson and South Carolina have given us some stirring moments. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
And the Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Checking in with Clemson's coach at the half. Coach pointed out in the locker room that with these big rivalry games, momentum can shift. Even though they've gotten off to a great start here, even though they did win this same game last year, this is a new moment, a new focus, and a new intensity coming out of the locker room. I'll keep you posted on how things feel down here on the field in this big rivalry matchup. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Wants to go up top on second down. Extending the play. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, as a quarterback, when you make good decisions like that, your coordinator and play caller are going to keep dialing up these RPO-type plays, right? Nobody open. You're not forcing the football into traffic. You're not freaking out and throwing it away or running out of bounds. Just go get what you can get. It's a positive play for the offense.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Hits inside. It's Johnson. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Tight end now in motion. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Got his man out of the backfield. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. When you're around midfield, there's not really much of a choice. Go for it on fourth down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Snapped on fourth down. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games, but when you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got him corralled.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. knocks it loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Sends it back in motion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Johnson. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Quarterback keeper. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Defense all over it.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play.
He'll take the deep shot. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Imte if they can stop him on 3rd down. Now here's Sellers. Rush right in his face. Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down.
Defensively, the more speed you have on the field, the better. Not just to cover wide receivers, but when the QB does this.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. 4th down, Sellers. Oh, pressure's coming. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Tigers sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled to here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Trying to run, it's Haynes. Nowhere to go.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. Dropping back, it's Denson. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Here's Sellers to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Left side is Harbor. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. The Gamecocks in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Tease and alley. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. He's going for it all. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Throwing Sellers. He wants it all. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these 2 guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these 2 guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. So they'll use a timeout here, 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. So the defense uses a timeout here. 2:08 remaining on the clock. They didn't want it to get down to the 2-minute stoppage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. This quarterback part of their running game. Breaks into the open. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires toward the end zone. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
After that incompletion on 3rd and long, because of where they are in the field right now and this juncture of the game, I'm expecting them to go ahead, kick a field goal here, and make this a 2-possession game.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.